All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to another VOD review. This time we have a silver tank. I believe they start on Penny, but they mostly play Thor. Okay. They said they feel confident on Thor and Mag, on Storm, Fantastic, Namor, on Cloak and Dagger, and then kind of Rocket, and they have some other situations. So, they say they're looking for my responses to my observations questions. What you see that I'm not seeing and noting? What are the top things that you would have me focus on to improve? Okay. So with all that said, I'm going to give my usual spiel about flex playing. Okay. So in this game, there's no role queue. Obviously, you can swap between tank, support, DPS at any time. So with that said, they do actually take into account your top played roles when they're putting teams together. So what I would say is if you're a flex player, only play characters that you actually really enjoy. Okay? So if you're a tank player and you're kind of flexing to like DPS or strategist and you like kind of like it, I would just focus on tank and I would let the swapping go. There's very few people who play this game and really enjoy multiple characters of different roles. If that's not you, focus on one thing, because it's going to put you in a position as you climb up the rank ladder. It's going to force you into those roles that you're not like as comfortable and you're not going to have as much fun. You're going to burn out on the game. You're going to get stuck on a character or a role, and that's how it is. So for right now, I'm going to assume that you want to be tank mostly, because that's what this game mostly is. So we're going to go with tank. If not, if you're one of those special people, they're out there and feel free to keep doing it. Just pick the people that you enjoy most. Now, I haven't read, they made a very long reply to like different moments in the match. I haven't read it. I'm going to go through and I'm going to watch and see what we can figure out. We're going to look at like the role of tank and what we're doing, okay? You know, we'll skip ahead to Thor, since you mostly play Thor. Because there's a lot of really specific Penny things we could get into, but I think it's going to be wasted. I love that we're strange portaling, and then we cancel it when it's too late. Already, I love it. Good heads up play. Okay, now we're on Thor. Let's see what we got. That's a cursor. Okay, good. Oh, careful. Nice. All right. Let's understand a few things. Let's break down the role of a tank, okay? So right now with your team comp, you're the only tank, okay? This is DPS Deadpool. You're the only tank. If there's no tank on the front line, first of all, they have a Penny. So I said really good because you heard the Penny setting up and you pushed her out so she couldn't set up. That was great. Any space that you give, Penny is going to fill that space instantly and make it really difficult, right? It's going to make it really difficult to gain that back. So what I want you to think of as a tank is holding the space. Maybe your next question is, okay, what is space? It's a really abstract concept, right, of space. So space is pretty easy if you break it down, is any area of the map that your team can walk into unopposed. Okay, so what does unopposed mean? They're not taking damage. Okay, I apologize if you know any of this. This is silver, so I'm just gonna assume it's not, and I'll break it down. So this area is currently contested, right? So basically there's contested area and there's uncontested area. Over here, this is uncontested. Nobody's shooting it, so this is perfectly safe. This space belongs to the red team. over here. Right? Let's say in here and all of this. This is uncontested. This belongs to the green team. Because green team can walk through here without getting shot and they're not doing anything. Okay? So now that we've broken it down, your job as solo tank is to fight in the uncontested areas and protect the areas that your team needs to survive. Right? So look at this Venom from their perspective, right? They have 2 tanks. Now, Penny's doing a good job of fortifying, so her Atom is uncontested. And the Venom is doing a good job of taking space away from the enemy team. So this is essentially what you should be doing. Right now, you should be right here, and you're either pushing this Venom off your team or forcing the Penny to not be able to help you, to help the Venom, right? But since we've kind of ignored our duty as tank, we kind of dove in. Now the enemy team is going to have free reign. Now, let's change the scenario, and let's say instead of Deadpool, this is an Emma, okay? Now there's an Emma on your team, and your Emma's right next to your tanks, right? So your Emma's fighting this person off, and they're putting pressure on the Penny, and they're holding the space. Now, since you're a Thor, now you actually can kind of push up. This is too much, but you can still be over here, and you can push up a little bit. So it's all kind of relative. So I hope that makes sense. That's an example of like space. Now that we have that basic concept down, now we're going to go through and we're going to kind of explain how it works in each scenario. Okay. So right here, great job. So Thor is our protagonist. So right here, now this is contested area. This is contested, and this is their area, and they're going to get the point. So what you want to do here as a Thor is realize, okay, this is gone. I need to get my team to a spot where they're going to have space to be able to do things. And the map is going to rotate here. So what I want you to do as Thor is I want you to anchor here and say, nobody on the enemy team is going to make this spot. This is now my spot. And Penny is a really good example of this because you set up and you say, this is my spot. If you want to push past here, you're going to have to use abilities. You're going to have to use ultimates. You're going to have to use your health bar. You're going to have to give up something in order to remove me from this spot. So that's kind of how we think of it. Okay, great. We push the Penny. Now go back. Now go back. Go hold that space. Right? Nice. This is fine. We're pushing them out. Okay, now they've taken that space. Now our team is dead. So now we just want to go in and die, right? Try to kill the Luna. That's fine. Because we have no support. We have no ability to hold the space anymore. Okay. So again, we're on the flank, right? What is this doing for our team? So right here, we're on the flank, and we're securing this area. Who can work effectively here? Rocket? Yeah, kind of. Can Moon Knight? Not really. Also, what are we giving up? Okay, we're over here. Now our Penny on the enemy team is taking the space that you're not occupying. And she's going to set up, and she's going to make it really difficult, right? Look at where your team wants to be. You have a Squirrel Girl. You have a Moon Knight. They want to be on these long open areas and doing damage to everybody in your team. So now Penny's set up, and now they don't have the space to do that. If they want to walk forward, they got to go through her. Luckily, we're in silver, so they're bad. My game crashed. Okay. What? Bro, what? My game crashed. Your ult was so good that your game crashed. Okay. 1 second. I'll have to edit this video. Bro, that's never happened before. There's a crash error? I don't know. I close it immediately and I'm just trying to boot the game up as fast as possible. The God of Thunder, indeed. Right. I believe in us. Looks like he's a C tier character. I think Thor is like B right now. He's like B plus. Also, what's up, Charizard? How's it going? Ah, all right. Yikes. We're way over here. Alright. Yeah, I think... Wow, I actually nailed that perfectly. Yo, Shock, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a great day. All right, so now that we've discussed like what we're giving up, let's see if this was a good play or not. I don't mind this. We're on their backline. It's actually like this is a great opportunity that you've discovered. But this is not going to work because of what you're giving up on the front line. As you climb higher up, you're not going to have access over here and you're just going to get shut down. So be really careful with stuff like this. It technically works because we're in like silver and gold. But it is what it is. You make a play. Oh, that is a terrible rocket ult. Oh. Angel is kind of risk so much, but still like an A tier character. Absolutely. Great. Good. You're denying the space. Nice. Okay, no, they have a Luna ult, so you back up. Okay, now we have a support ult, so you go in. Good, good. Okay, your job is to go take space. You have a support ult and a Moon Knight ult. Go in there. Go, 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 go. Okay, that's a Venom ult. All right, here's a perfect example, okay? Perfect example. You're solo tanking, right? You back up to try to help with the Venom. What happens? There's a huge power vacuum. You back up and immediately in comes Penny. Here she comes. And she's kind of slow because she's silver and she puts her nest in a bad spot because she's silver. But still, she takes the space immediately. And so now your team went from being... The map is hard. Your team went from having control of this area to being shoved all the way back down here. Now, was that a bad thing? Not necessarily because they had a Venom ult going. But I just want you to be aware of like your role as a tank and how you can prevent that. Okay, next thing we can talk about, like a really small thing. Whenever you're playing tank, you want to use your health bar as a tool, okay? So if your health bar is going up really fast, that means you can walk forward. Your health bar is pretty full, it's going up, we can walk forward. Okay, now we scooted over to the side here, and our health bar is no longer going up, right? Why is our health bar no longer going up? Because we're out of line of sight of our supports. So without even turning around to see, we can actually tell, oh, my supports can't heal me for whatever reason. In this scenario, there's two things. A, there's a Deadpool blocking it. And B, we walked out of line of sight, right? So we scoot over here. Now we know, okay, my health is kind of going up, but it's kind of going down. I should probably back up. I can't push forward. Okay. Well, we kind of ignore that. We get lucky, we get a kill, and then they just kind of squish in around this, right? Good, we're holding the space on the cart. Nice. Have to ult here. seconds. It happens. Oh, that okay. Adam doesn't have ult. That's fine. Okay.
I am ready to put on a show.
Oh Lord, why is Luna running away? Bro, why is Luna running away? Okay, anyway. All right, not bad, not bad. So we've gone over a lot of the role of a tank. Let's see how we tank on attack. All right, are we solo tanking? No, we're not. So now we have tank Deadpool. So I think this is gonna fit our playstyle much better if we have another tank on the front line. Hollow's giving good advice. Nice. We clear off the high ground. Good. We traded 2 for 2. So we're fine to keep going. Now we're up 1. Good. W key. Good. Keep going. You're making... No, don't turn around. You have so much momentum. So, again, we're going to talk about space, right? You guys already have this space. I don't really care about cart. Cart walks on its own. What's more valuable is the space. If you walk up here and you pressure the Spidey in this Luna, they're going to be forced to back up. And your team's going to walk up with you. Now, while you're doing this, use what we talked about earlier, where your health bar as a tool. If you take damage and it's not going up, you need to back up and get back to your team. If it's going up, you just W key. And you push these guys back into their spawn. You say, no, you cannot have this space. All right? Okay, Luna's terrible. Happens.
Oh, no.
Now we want to be up into there. Yeah, we're not getting the value. Because, like, think about it. Here's a scenario that I bet you've been on the other side of, right? Okay, your team has just died. You're on your way back, right? Let's say you're playing Thor and you're right here. Now, what's easier to walk out of? This empty door? Or if there's a Mag or a Thor standing right here and they're already starting to spam you down, right? It's way harder to walk through this door. So that's what you want to do to the enemy team. All right, so now let's talk about peeling, because I saw that later. You said you switched to Namor to help with peeling. So I like that we're thinking like, okay, this doesn't work, because we try to help peel, right? Does it work? Let's see. BP still gets a kill and makes it out. Venom does die, but we traded. Then the BP makes it out. Now the Spidey's in. He dies. What's the important thing that we're missing back here, right? So this whole time we're back here, what happens over here? Let's just watch it from like Luna's perspective, okay? Here's this like super difficult to get through choke point. She just walks right through. And now that she's over here, oh look, she actually helps save the BP, right? So when you're playing a tank, with the exception of like Thing, I want you to think of like, I'm not gonna directly help with the peel with divers in my backline. I'm instead gonna put pressure over here, so that way the divers, they're not gonna get healing. Because if that Luna was still around the corner and the cloak was still around the corner, if this BP wants healing, he has to go all the way out here and either get a health pack or go all the way out here and rejoin with his team. And it's a much more effective way of dealing with peeling. And then here we don't look at our health bar. Health bar is not going up, back up, right? Health bar is not going up, we gotta back up.
I am Thor. I am Odin's and God of Thunder.
All right, so here's just a counting exercise, right? Let's see. We have Storm is dead. They have Venom. They have Spidey. They have Luna. And then we have 3. So it's a 3v3, right? 3v3s only work when we're with our team. Your cloak is kind of trying to heal you. There's somebody in your backline. And so we should know right here, my health isn't going up. Something is wrong. My healers don't have line of sight. They're being attacked. There's things like that. Like that incorporation can like help you so much.
I am Thor, Odin's god of
Thing is just built for peeling and damage reduction, leap, allies, withdrawn. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And it's sad. I love offensive things.
Mess with the amazing Spider-Man.
Okay. We traded both of our supports for one of their supports. It's probably not going to do. Do you maybe have videos on how to play different roles? I don't have direct videos yet. I have lots of VOD reviews on different roles, and like I go into it there. But that's something I haven't done yet. I haven't done content creation around like stuff like that.
My need was great.
Ready. Here come the bad guys. Watch your tank. Vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
All right. So now what should we do? We just got the point. We have clear things. We should be taking space. As a tank, I want to push out to here. If I'm getting healing, I want to push out to here. If I'm still getting healing, I want to push over to here. If I get here, now my health gets chunked. I'm going to back up. Okay? Did I ever make that Emma guide? No. I kind of went away from character guides because other people do character guides already. So I kind of focus on what other people do. Could be nice to have some general tips for people trying different things out. That's a good idea. Omen, are you here? Can we make a short? We make a short for each role of like what that role is designed to do. As tank, really value your life and shoot back to heal. Yeah, for sure. I don't know, this is bad because we're not giving up the space in order to do what we're trying to do.
Hey, and on.
Looks like we've got ourselves.
I'm gonna make one more point of this, right? This Moon Knight, if he had a tank here, he wouldn't be able to hit your backline. But since our tank isn't here, he has an Onk back here, and he's shooting our backline. Much more effective to fight from the front. Also, just as a heads up, if anybody's watching any of these videos, always keep an eye on chat. That's why I have it on screen, because our chat here, they have a lot of really good tips, especially for minor things. Like the micro of specific characters or specific maps. Like, always keep an eye on chat. Oh, Luna. Okay. Okay, don't chase. Spidey's way too fast. Don't chase. Okay. Nice. Okay, we lost our Storm. We lost our Deadpool. Get out. Oh, that's not the right way. Get to your supports. Oh, get to your supports. Ah. Oh, we can't keep W. Go to your supports. Ow. We haven't really talked too much about momentum, though. All right, Hollow, you got it. I believe in you. Make sure to stage. I believe in you. Okay. Namor. I think we'll probably just skip over it. We'll call this a tank VOD review, and we'll just focus on Thor. So a lot of things is like really understanding your role and what you do best. I really hope this VOD helps you understand like space. That is like the #1 concept, and space does apply to all of the roles. Tanks just have the most interaction with it. So when you're playing as a support, it's also important to understand space to be like, okay, what space does my tank want to take? What space do I have right now that I can be safe in? What space is contested? Things like that. When you're playing as a DPS, what space does the enemy team have that I can chip away at? what space is the enemy tank trying to take or hold that I can make it difficult, right? What alternative ways can I do to influence space? Tanks just have like the most front line view of it, and they interact with it most directly versus the indirect. So anyway, I hope this VOD review helps. If you have any questions, please let us know. We also obviously have a server Discord where you can ask a ton of questions. We're all playing. So anyway, that's it. Take care. God bless. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.